Live.
We are live.
Uh,
So are we jumping into it, or are we gonna get up? Are we gonna talk with the news and the latest of what we got had in the wrestling week? And
oh,
there's a lot,
yeah,
and
we
it's
gotta
Uh,
get.
and it's still stuff coming. As I just, my wife just told me.
I will say this before we go jump on that one. There's one person I need to talk to.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember. I forgot Hale had to get this off his chest this week.
wait a minute. That's why he got the Thirsty Jack shirt on.
Yeah.
Reese, let's sit back. And today, Thirsty Jack is here. He got the smoke. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yes. Now I know people seeing the interview from y'all boy MJF, and the fuck boy said he would not get paid $1 billion to wrestle New Japan, calling New Japan dog shit. Now, all of you MJF fans, all you weeboos, including everybody on the podcast.
Battle. Yeah, man. Second, hold on. Hale, I don't want to make. Actually, I may want to make this worse since I actually don't like MJF either. Let's not also forget that he also called this a garbage promotion too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he called it a garbage promotion as well as calling it dog shit.
Okay, hurry up, Thirsty Jack, because I'm tagging in after you.
Yeah, because that's your boy.
I'm tagging in after you on that one.
Because the same people back in May who was pissed off, who don't like him when he walk off, then come back, he dropped the nuclear pipe bomb, and everybody hop on MGF dick. And then all these fans who buy the MGF shirt, the Devil Worship T-shirt, and everybody fan, and people want to see him as a champion, and this, that, third, fourth. But the biggest one isn't AEW is working with New Japan Pro Wrestling and have the business partnership relation with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and who did the Forbidden Door with them and shared talent with them, in which your own AEW talent disrespect New Japan. But meanwhile, y'all want shit on CM Punk. CM Punk, that's cookie crumb. That's Scooby Doo snack. That's Scooby Doo. This shit right here, MJF disrespect New Japan, and Tony Khan ain't gonna say nothing because when we heard that tape at that bullshit All Out, he become a fucking bitch. That's your leader, huh? That's your president, Tony Khan, who willingly to maybe buy out CM Punk, but won't control MJF because you need MJF. The same MJF that Warner Media don't want him on the screen, don't want him to be promoted, but you brought him back because what you said, Tony Khan, the fans needed him. They want him. That's a fucking lie. All the fucking fans, y'all cheering for MJF. You might as well be like the only fans and take it to the face and get busted on.
Wait, I think hold up. I think that shit was right over my head. Did you just say they should be OnlyFans and take it to the face? Did you just do a hip hop diss verse?
Yes.
Holy shit. Thirsty Jack is in a hip hop diss verse on that. So I think that's the first.
Because I wish I can name all the lists. I wish I can name all the TikTok, the podcast, everybody else is hopping on MGF dick and showing off their pussy and not keep it trill since day one. MJF become real disrespectful. And oh yeah, I'm still saying the same thing couple weeks back when if MJF ever become the champion, I don't want to hear not another damn thing. Shout out to Mike Epps. Not a damn thing about hearing, oh, he's a boring champion. He's not good of a champion. I like him as a chaser. Keep that same energy. Keep that same fucking energy.
Can I tag
because one more finisher.
Okay.
Because if I want to see some bullshit, I'd rather watch Bobby Light. See all them dudes fighting over each other. That's what a bunch of fuckers are. I don't respect I don't respect MJF then. I don't respect him now. But damn sure I don't respect him forever.
Ooh.
He's never my favorite wrestler.
Ooh.
He could have been good at MLW, but Alex Hammerstone is a better wrestler than him.
Wow.
What made you think he'd be a good champion?
Wow.
He's a bitch ass wrestler, a sorry ass wrestler, and plus his promo and his storyline is stale as hell.
Ooh. We are throwing shots. Not that's beyond.
Hey, maybe Richard Holiday, you better have him too.
Probably. Richard Holiday got a title shot. Richard Holiday and Alex Hammerstone got the title. MJF, where the fuck is title? None. Except for the bullshit.
Rings.
Yeah, the bullshit ring, everything else. All right. You're tagged.
All right, so business wise for Tony Khan, actually, to save his company right now because it's not looking good. It's not looking good, right? So that video that we heard it all out, I think that shit was a work. I'm sorry. Who the hell put their private video, a voicemail conversation for all of us to see? Unless it's a work, right? Okay, I get that. I get that. Right now, you need stars to get us to stop talking about CM Punk and the backstage stuff. We're gonna talk about that later, about the little meeting that they held.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm not gonna have, and this is why I don't talk on Twitter, because this is the last debate I had on Twitter with someone called New Japan Indies. New Japan is one of the most well respected wrestling organizations in the world. Been around to this year marks 50 years. 50 years. Yes, New Japan had its ups and downs with the Nokia-ism. If you don't know what Nokia-ism, type it up. Yeah. Educate yourself. All right. But it got back to respectability and all that. For him, MJF, right now, when you got, and I'm going to say what he just said, when you got people, and I'm stressing that word right now, when you got people in the palm of your hand, and you say something like that, you're not in competition with New Japan. Now you would say WWE is a dump. You would have had probably everybody, all the anti-WWE guys. Yeah, but you aim your comment at one of the most well-respected wrestling organizations, and like you just said, that's working with the company that you're trying to get the title with. That's a no-no. Then you insulting me because I am a huge New Japan fan, Japanese wrestling fan, and for you to call it garbage, a garbage organization, son. New Japan has been around longer than you was life. Before you took your first step, before your father ejaculated in your mom's, New Japan was around. A garbage company don't last longer than 50 years. I guarantee you that. Don't last 50 years. Secondly, the talent pool that's on there, I don't care if they speak Japanese or they speak English, have more talent than MJF and their little pinky. Okay? MJF just had a couple of good matches. New Japan could do a couple of good matches in a month. And that's a fact. That's not opinion. That's not a theory. That is fact. Okay? So for him to call a dipshit company or a garbage company, I know you try and get shock value, sir. But bro, that didn't work. That didn't work. And the fact that you just came back and you had not had a match yet. I haven't seen him wrestle yet, did y'all?
Nope.
Nope.
You haven't had a match yet. You're supposed to be scheduled for Full Gear, I guess. And Tony is using you, and you don't even know it. Or hell, if you do know it, you don't care. That he just using you. With your little camera and your little chip. Because now you started to piss me off. I was actually ecstatic that they let you back on. All right, okay, this was a work. Because there's no way if someone did that in the real world, if Hill, where you work at, Reese, where you at, where I work at, and we call our boss a fucking mark or prick or asshole, all that shit, we're not welcome back. No, we're not welcome back.
No.
I don't care what the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck. It's a work. People, it's a work. It's wrestling. Oh, probably faced Willie Euler before. I don't even know why they waste Willie Euler on that promo thing. That was like a waste. But you know what?
So
I'm gonna say that
I can cover that one right now.
Oh well, I'm gonna
Where's
say
Dynamite this Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm about to say I think that's what is gonna happen because he's gonna wrestle probably Willie Euler and then find a way to face Cassiano before Full Gear, so they can say, oh, he's facing the Blackpool Combat Club and the firm gonna have his back and all this shit. Whatever. All right, cool, whatever. But this is what's gonna happen. And I hate to say this because I don't want to waste my time on this no more. We got a good show to talk about. They're gonna put the belt on him. We can't. It's already down the line. They're gonna put the belt on him. He's the hottest thing they got in the company right now. and that's a damn shame because and I'm going to talk about this. This is what I wanted to bring the smoke on, but I might as well put it together. Malachi Black got released, correct?
He asked for a release. Not official date. I know he's asked for one. I don't know if it's been granted yet.
No. They gave him a release, conditional.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Buddy Murphy's asking for a hiatus. What the fuck is going on in AEW? What is coming to the light in AEW right now? And please do not say because Triple H is in charge of WWE.
You know
we
what?
We got the Elite and we got the Elite still on suspension. Kenny could come back anytime he wants, but he chooses not to. He wants to stay in Japan and promote the video game and be with Kota Ibushi. What the fuck is going on in AEW right now?
You know what? Remember the very first year of AEW, when you see the pictures, all the wrestlers was happy and become like the family until Triple H came along, like right now, and everybody turning up. And then we see Dustin Rhodes say it in this interview: "If you don't like it, you get the fuck out of here." And that statement alone, he was hurt. He felt hurt because it was family. It was unity. Cody Rhodes, fuck him, but it was family. It was unity. But when you see your own people, you call them your family in a roster. It's not even a roster. It's a family. Start tuning up. Start wanting to dip out because they're not happy, whatever. Let's not forget, from the rip, Tony Khan say this: you can narrate your own story. You can pursue your own way. You don't need us. We will
push you in the right direction.
Yes. So now you lost in the shuffle because you're not persuading that way because now you're not happy. You can't blame nobody else but yourself because they got so used to of the WWE way, they lost their way.
I say you blame them and the structure. They don't have no structure there.
Never
They don't
had
have no
one.
structure there. They don't have listen. And I love. Don't get me wrong. The matches in AEW, most of the matches are still bangers. That's because these guys know what their fan base want. Correct. So, but what I've seen, and I'm gonna bring this up because we talked about this. What I've seen on Rampage, holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, when I say something killed my buzz, that shit killed my buzz. I mean, me and my wife was on the road all day. We tired. We had to go see our parents. Blah blah. We're like, all right, Rampage. You know, you fucking people in social media ruined my damn surprise of the Great Muta coming out. I was still watching it. I was still giddy because I had Great Muta and Sting, old asses, titties sagging, but still.
Man, whoa!
Let me finish. Let me
What about
finish.
titties and sagging? They're legends.
Let me finish.
Legends.
Let me finish because you know Great Muta is the one who introduced me to New Japan, so it hurts me. But I am gonna have a surprise for you, Hill. Unless you already know it.
They're fighting each other Noah for the retirement match.
Yeah, it's gonna be Sting and him tagging up. Yeah, no, but
no, they tag or they facing each other.
No, they tagging with each other.
Damn it. Okay.
I take that. Anyway, I have Muta and Sting in the same ring, but that show, you saw no structure in that show. None.
That was the recorded one.
Right. It was recorded, and you saw Julian miss that whole fucking table except for her ass. That's supposed to be cut out some way. That's supposed to be cut out. But no, we see her head hit the floor. That poor child. Hope she's all right. That fucking that battle royal, how they started that battle royal was, I've seen better shit in toilets than what I've seen there. And then use the main event, and I still think they kind of probably fucked this up, but it looked like they did. It looked like that's how they recorded it. You show the fans leaving before you darken the empty seats. So there was half the people in Arthur Ashe watching the main event, which is Powerhouse Hobbs against Ricky Starks in a lights out match.
You make class act fight.
Act fight. Yeah, let's keep it real. This is, if you don't know what we talk about, go watch Class Act. You will see who you will see it. Don't worry about it. But I mean, actually, you think about if Ricky Starks his fame was hot. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, so
he's getting there.
Yeah, right. So, and there's no structure there. Plus, you also, like we talked about that. You gave those people 6 hours on a working day, in the middle of the working week, school, all that stuff. 6 hours of wrestling. And if you don't understand what I mean, 6 hours. Oh no, Dynamite was 2. Rampage was 2.
If y'all
don't know what I'm talking about, right? If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all never been to AEW show. Because AEW do like 4 AEW dark matches for dark or elevation. And that's like an hour and a half.
Yes. And so I'm a true testimony because I was there and I walk away with a headache.
He said, Derek said Rampage hasn't been meaning nothing to me since CM Punk. Yeah, right. You know what Rampage is becoming? Sunday Night Heat. Velocity,
yeah, man.
No, that's what it's becoming.
Metal.
Wait. It's becoming main event on WGN.
Oh, wow. Man. No.
It's becoming. It don't mean shit. I get more storyline for AEW than Rampage now.
Has there been a title change since Christian beat Omega on the premiere?
The TNT title.
Yeah, that's about. Yeah, or the Battle of the Belt. Yeah, maybe on one of them Battle of the Belts. That's
it. I mean, honestly, like that show last night was not last night, well, Friday or Wednesday night, whatever you want to say. Like what did I watch? And after watching SmackDown, I mean, I was like, yay, Sandy became Andre Uce and Braun Strowman did a powerbomb. Yay, all right, cool. But then I turned to fucking Rampage. And the Killing Cross shit that almost made me throw up. And they finally said, like, oh, there you go. They're gonna kill her. Because I think Hill said it first.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is not the killer that we. And then they did a little fireball thing, and then he choked out like,
and then they fucked up the fireball.
There he is. That's the guy. But other than that, then you turn to Rampage. This is a tape show. You had 2 days to edit this shit out, and you knew what you had to edit out, and you didn't, or you did do a good job at it.
You had one job.
You had one fucking job. That poor girl is embarrassed. Her ass is embarrassed. You tell me her ass is that damn. I know we all know the fucking wrestling tables are fucking. If you put a finger on it, it explodes. We understand that. but the way she felt, her ass went through the table, and that's the only part that broke.
Thank God no Japanese people.
Her head will hit the concrete.
Damn.
That's always like I like, you know what? This is the other one. The other thing about Rampage that pissed you off. When they went to the next hour, why on the hell did they darken the screen to come back on and say, hey, we about to start the second hour? What?
That's like some WCW shit.
Why did you do that? I mean, at least when Dunn used to do that shit, they had a fucking intro and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah. Yeah. Y'all went. Let me use my camera. They like, we're gonna get ready for the next hour. And we're back. What the? No, you didn't go nowhere. You just blinked and that's it.
You know what? Well, I saw that. It gave me that in the heat of the night flashback. While I watch. I'm like, oh shit, Virgil Tip coming out? What the fuck's going on?
Oh,
then I realized, it's AEW. Never mind. It don't know. It just give me a flashback in the heat of the night episode. It's not it ain't the one Virgil Tip punched the man in the face when he messed with his wife. It was it was a 2-part when Gibson got hunted by the voodoo killer because he killed I'm just showing my age. But anyway, yeah.
I don't think they even know what we talk about. but
if you don't know In the Heat of the Night, that's a dope ass show. And Miami Vice.
It was. For those that didn't have cable, it was definitely the one of the best dramas. But anyway,
yeah.
But this is why I said Rampage need to change to Ring of Honor, and this is the perfect time for y'all to do it right now. I know a lot of people is upset about Chris Jericho as the Ring of Honor champion. I think we're gonna talk about that later too, a little bit later. Let me say this about let me try to put at least something positive about Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor champion. Remember, they are still looking for a TV slot for Ring of Honor, and they're not gonna put it on internet. They're gonna put it on a TV slot. Chris Jericho, who is name value, legend, could be that open door. I'm not saying Cassio. I'm not saying it because that's bullshit. But if y'all want to still call him Cesaro, Cassio, compare his resume to Chris Jericho's resume, it's no contest. All right, let's keep it real. No, it's not even there. It's not even there, right? And if the strategy worked the first time, why the hell can't it work the second time? Because Chris Jericho is also AEW's first ever champion. And I think that probably was the strategy that they was thinking of, putting Chris Jericho as a champion. I'm not going to see Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor champion for long. I'm not going to see that. And I don't know. And another thing about that is, I think they're going to do a story. I think Chris Jericho and Dan Garcia, because it seemed like Garcia had something to tell him, and he was not trying to hear it. And it looked like Garcia is either going to be going for the title, or I like that idea of we can see Bryan Danielson going at the Ring of Honor title.
Yep.
So, it's. I think I'll go with that positive, but there is negatives, and we're gonna talk about that in a few. That show needs to either go or give it to Ring of Honor. Give Ring of Honor that slot.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I really gotta say about that. But yeah, Rampage killed my buzz Friday, bro. It killed my buzz. I was so fucking ecstatic because like, all right, we knew it was going to happen. I get to see Muda and blah blah. And first of all, they made that the first match, and then I was like, all right, cool. All right, it's all right.
By the way, shout out Hill for calling the double red rum spot.
Yeah, that's that kind of outshined my Action Bronson. No, he was hyped. Action Bronson was hyped. Like, he couldn't even rap his own song. That's how hyped he was.
He didn't take a bump.
Did he take a bump?
Hell no.
Nah, because Hook was taking all the 2.0 offense.
I'm gonna say though, I needed Hook to take bumps. I needed Hook to be tested. He had a good. I think he had a one-on-one match against QT Marshall. He was getting dominated a little tiny bit, but this match I needed him to show some if he got bumped, which he did. But I don't think Action Bronson is going to take that many bumps. Like, he's like the biggest guy in the ring. If you think about it, like, he was the biggest guy in the ring. He looked like amateur Otis. He looked. If you put him had his hair cut and had his beard, I was like, I thought that was Otis for a minute. I was like, oh shit. No.
I will say a young baby version of One Man Gang, but that's a whole different story.
Wow. Yeah. You go one game. Let's just call him Bam Bam Bigelow. He had some tattoos on his head too.
True.
He took some bumps, but that's a different story.
That's the other thing. Well, yeah, I mean that's Rampage as a whole need to go. Need to go. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, so let's go to our lineup then. Fuck it.
Yeah, so for tonight, Road to Extreme Part 2, we're going to talk about hardcore, from wrestlers to century of hardcore, mainstream, and championship. We know which championship we're talking about. And promotions. AEW Hill mandatory meeting before Dynamite. DT Pro Wrestling, who go on top, and we're watching it right now as we speak. Impact Victory Road. Dope ass show. I love it.
Especially a good setup for Bound for Glory.
Yes, it is.
I got into that late. Y'all watched it Friday. I watched it Saturday morning. So people, wake the fuck up. Stop sleeping on Impact. Stop sleeping on Impact. They got good talent there. You should not sleep on wrestling, period, but don't sleep on Impact. They got 20 years into, and they're still here. They're still rocking. And Victory Road was not just good. It was some surprises. Surprises there.
Yeah.
We gonna get to this Victory Road because my man Derek, I hope you still watching because we gonna talk about that little comment you said about
and
about
that's why and that's why you earned the J Award too.
Oh yes. Why there WrestleMania is on Friday? Bound for Glory is on Friday? I thought it was on Friday.
Nah, it's the 7th Friday.
Well, I can answer that real quick. What's
Extreme Rules?
What's on Saturday?
Extreme
One
Rules
thing
on
I'm gonna
the
say. One thing I'm gonna say about Triple H or anybody that's in WWE and AEW in the States anyway. they gonna respect each other's pay-per-view time in the States. Anyway, let's go say the States. Now let's say Japan, but in the States, they're gonna respect each other's timing. So if they got Friday, WWE got Saturday, or if say AEW got Saturday, WWE would do it Sunday, or vice versa. They respect each other's money.
Yeah, and hell, well, and even if you do something on the same day, which kind of Worlds Collide did, they'll put theirs in the afternoon so they don't cross over.
Right.
I know that's why he was smiling, because I know he's saying, yeah, did you remember Worlds Collide all out on the same damn day?
No, he's smiling because he's watching DDT while we talking.
Well, that too.
That's why he's smiling.
But I was like, yeah, wait a minute. I know that. I said, Tony, I know you ain't forget that Worlds Collide all out the same damn day.
Yeah, but it was different time though. It's not 88. It was not 8 o'clock. It was like 4:30, and it was 8 o'clock. But no, he's smiling.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's smiling because he's watching DDT Pro Wrestler at the same time. And so, people, if you watch it, you see he'll just start laughing. And as you can see, he's in tears. He's watching
the most natural reactions y'all will see ever on the show.
I'm telling you. That's what happens when you watch DDT Pro Wrestling while you're doing a fucking podcast.
Oh, God.
True emotion of Hill right now.
She's still trying to kiss him.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I want to put DDT Pro Wrestling on.
Yep.
But all right, so
okay.
All right, we are we doing a rundown of victory, or are we just giving our opinions? About
give our opinions. Also Jericho Ocho, he won his 8th world championship, including he added on the Ring of Honor title. NXT 2-year rules. People don't know that they're doing the developmental plan. So if you're not doing good for 2 years, you gotta go.
Let me just give I would stand. But this is a stand ovation it's a stand ovation for one reason. Because one, that gives you time.
Yep.
That gives you time. Not fucking 6 months and then you gotta go, Vincent Bruce. 2 years is which they did back in the old NXT too. Because if you remember, what's the guy that used to do party all the time?
No Way Jose.
No. The before No Way Jose, the real Rose.
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose. Yeah, when he was Leo Kruger.
Right, when he was Leo Kruger, he had like a year left. And remember, he started in Florida Championship Wrestling, and they about releasing him. He came with a new character and worked. It was on ESPN how this all developed for him.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, you got time. 2 years. Goddamn. Excuse me. You got 2 years to get your shit together, get your promos ready, all that stuff. If you're not done in 2 years, you got to go. And they did this. They did this for everybody. They did this for Eli Drake or LA Knight or whichever he is now. I think he's going back to LA Knight now. Yep. They did this for him when he first was in NXT, and he went to he couldn't cut it. He went to TNA, and we got what we got. You know. So
yeah.
So. I got my own damn button. So,
we need like the dummy. Yeah,
if I can find that, if I can find that, oh god. But yeah. So I applaud that. I do. The 2-year deal. You got 2 years to get your shit together. If what we give you not working, well then you better find something that's gonna work. Mm-hmm. I like that. I do. Applaud them for that. What else we just talk about Ocho? Did we just say Ocho?
Yeah, talk about Jericho Ocho, this 8th championship belt, and got his own T-shirt. But yeah,
how quick was that?
Yeah, too damn quick.
Wait, what the shirt look like?
It's like red. It's like an ESPN style, but say Jericho.
Chris, I want my money. I knew he was gonna do something like that shit because, like I said, if anybody ever saw Dodgeball. Yeah, and y'all remember when ESPN the Ocho? See, I knew Jericho would do this. But see, this is how predictable Jericho is here because him.
There you go, my boys. My boys.
See, Jericho is too damn predictable sometimes because Yeah.
Jericho, listen. I know.
During a pop culture reference that man probably don't know outside of outside the hip hop, because that's Hill's territory.
No. Now Jericho he's in the music world, so he might try to do some hip hop shit. Give him time.
But Lord, it was a Diplomat shirt that I'm getting it.
So you and me both. Okay, so there's a lot of people upset about this though. There's a lot of people upset that they took the belt off of Cassio, put it on Jericho. First of all, there's some people that didn't think Ring of Honor title should count as his 8th title, but Ring of Honor title has been recognized for a good 5, 6. No, I mean,
just in the AEW run, it's been
so
at least 5-6 months.
Not even that. Before they got brought, I think when he got recognized in the championship when Samoa Joe was champion, and he took it around the world as a title, as a champion, defended it. So they got recognized for a long time. So that's one. 2, again, like I said earlier, Chris Jericho could help them get this TV deal quicker than Cassiano.
Yeah.
And once they got the TV deal, you drop the belt back to Cassiano or to Bryan Danielson, whichever one. And get y'all shit together. Get your TV deal. Get that roster together because you got some talent that needed some work. And if you watched Rampage, I gonna say this right now. I thought Brian Cage was fired. I haven't seen him in a long time. He was at the Battle Royal.
Yeah. The collaboration with Ring of Honor AEW. Yeah. Plus, Shane Taylor, he did wrestle in Impact before the Impact on YouTube. Yeah. So we may see Ring of Honor on Impact.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Shane Taylor
Productions.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see that Ring of Honor in AEW Ring of Honor because one, let's remind you of this, people. Shane Taylor is very, very, very controversial. If you watch the last pay-per-view that they had before AEW took over, if you don't remember, it's a picture out there where pretty much he did the Black Lives Matter salute, like while they was doing the little.
Oh, you meant what's that? The anniversary show, or
no? I think that was the anniversary show right before everybody thought. I think right before everybody Super Card of Honor.
Yes.
And everybody from the old, AEW, Young Bucks, all that was doing little videos and all that stuff. They had all the black wrestlers in the ring. They did the fists up and said the ring solidarity. And they didn't air it. And he went the fuck off. So that could bring some hot water if you bring him into the fold, I guess. I'm not sure. But he's a champion in other promotions, So give him time. They go pick him up. They better pick him up because they don't pick him up. And Triple H find a way to pick him up.
Oh God, no.
Exactly. You better pick him up because I'm telling you right now, you got an opportunity, to me anyway, to put him and Keith Lee back together.
Yep.
Take this opportunity while you got it. I mean, I understand AEW is stacked. The roster is stacked, but if you can put Shane Taylor and Keith Lee back together, they may be tag team champions within 6 months, at least. If not tag, at least going for it. But yeah, back to Ocho though. Back to Ocho. Congratulations first. Chris Jericho is the second man to have the Ring of Honor, WWE, World Heavyweight, and AEW title. We all know who the first man is. So let's see.
Yep.
Phil. I'm calling him Phil.
Oh, now I recall my legitimate name now.
Damn right. Just like I do Patrick, I'm equal opportunist. Still, all right. It's unless his contract is not brought out and he come out and do some heelish shit, which he should. I'm sorry. There's no baby face for CM Punk now. Nope. If he come back, he's gonna get booed. Even in Chicago, possibly.
Oh, yeah. I know what the most sales thing you do, but I ain't gonna say it.
Hey, he better not.
Shit.
Like
what?
In my head, I hope you ain't talking about go back to Dirty E. He better not.
No.
Oh, hell.
Hell no. No, you know he ain't going back there.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Listen.
No, wait a minute.
Listen.
Wait a minute. You know what?
This is wrestling.
We ain't think Bret Hart would go back.
Right, exactly. This is wrestling, and people that always say, I ain't never going back there. I never go back. Find their way back to WWE. For some reason, or if it's wrestling, if it's a video documentary.
That's the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. We didn't think Jim Cornette was going to show his face in a damn WWE anything. His ass inducted
Rock and Roll
Express. I'm like, holy shit. What the fuck did I just see? You know what I mean? It's. I'm not gonna say that. Never say never in wrestling. Period. Never.
Nah, but that wasn't what I was thinking anyway. But...
Okay, cool.
Okay,
right,
good.
Cool. Good. We all say that. Good. It's good.
But anyway, but Jericho winning the Ring of Honor title, let's not also forget.
Oh God!
Watch that celebration because Daniel Garcia, as we mentioned earlier. Yeah, he didn't look too happy. First of all, with how Jericho won it, and second of all, like you alluded to, yeah, Garcia said he had something he wanted to say to Jericho, but Jericho was in party mode, so I'm gonna be real interested to how Wednesday's gonna turn out.
Right, he said we'll wait till Wednesday about it. Okay, we'll wait till Wednesday, but I got a bad feeling he's gonna say something about. You gonna say something about
BCC or whatever?
Yeah, either that or he got to defend the title against him or some shit like that. I'm just saying I don't.
All I do know is that yeah, we about to see another Evolution 2.0 moment.
Oh God, I mean when Chris Jericho won. When Chris Jericho won, I gotta someone put the video. I'm glad they put the video because that's how I felt. With Big Show won the ECW title.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Oh,
when they did that shit, I was like, damn, that's exactly what I thought about when he won it. Mm-hmm. Someone fucking put the video, and I love them that they used Roddy Piper putting the shades on, like.
Yup. that was a low shot for me because like. It was funny, but it was still low because They Live is one of my all-time favorite movies. So.
Hey, that's the best fucking movie line ever. But like I said, I really don't have no problem with Chris Jericho winning the title. But, even the way he did it in sports entertainment type value. So, so as a heel, I don't mind it. If it was the face that did it and then still trying to be a face, I'm like, what the fuck you doing? I don't have no problem.
You know what I'm waiting for, Neil? I want to see if he landstorms this title Wednesday at some point.
Oh hell! Not to the back. They did before with Matt Hardy did it.
But that was not the Ring of Honor title. He did that on Briscoe's little saying that he was a real world champion, and he just took the sticker off and put his fucking face on it. And that's classic. That was classic.
Yeah, because I can see it like how they're calling this the ROH Sports Entertainment Championship or something like that.
Oh my God! and he was pissed me off. See, I'm going right back to Rampage because he was pissed me off on Rampage too. Yep. He was talking about that's not honorable. That's not honorable. I was like, motherfucker, how you won was not honorable. I was going off like.
Oh no! Shivani and Excalibur were giving them all episode about that. So.
Oh man, it was like.
But that's classic Jericho though. He knows that button to push and when to push it.
Yeah, my thing is this. Since we talk about things that should happen on Wednesday, are we going to add on to this Tony Schiavone MJF thing?
Man,
Ooh.
that's the most slowest fall down I ever seen from Tony. He's like,
But Tony is like 6 to 7 years
I want
old.
to say, Tony old as hell, so if he really fall, he gonna break something. Like, yeah, you could
He's
dye your
false.
hair all you want and dye your beard all you want. We know you old as shit. Okay, we know this. We know this. Listen, he gonna die. He gonna fall in slow motion.
It'll be like one of them Greg Valentine pratfalls or whatever.
Right. So it is. I just want everybody to know if you really, yes, that was stupid. But we all saw that coming.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't stupid. That's WrestleMania 14. WrestleMania 14 Classic. That was a dope ass ending.
No, that's a Ken Shamrock. That's just not WrestleMania. That's a Ken Shamrock ending.
Well,
because you know what? The thing is, the reason why I say it's stupid is this. What they always say about the referee's decision.
It's always final.
It's always final. So you should not be able to change the decision after that. It's done. It's final. I hate that angle. Oh, the referee couldn't stop him and security couldn't get him off. Reverse the decision. That'll get him off him, which it did. But why no? Like, so now we're gonna carry on this shit.
They're building up the feud because they carry from after in the wrestling news, they carry over through the shit. And what
we
this
doing
is
a Matt Hardy Edge thing?
Unless Eddie Kingston slept with his wife, but no one wants to see it because he. Okay, I ain't talking that man body, but like I was saying, but
you
want some of this, baby? No.
I do have a story, but it would be unrated. But anyway, like I was saying though, yeah, they're building the story between Eddie Kingston
for the thirst.
That's what Ty would have been doing.
I do have a story, but
we just got on YouTube. We don't want to get kicked out.
I
tell you after the show's over. But anyway,
actually, I do got to point something else about the Jericho thing. Did anybody see a picture? Like, I don't know who did it or not, but it was like Jericho holding the World Heavyweight title, and then like the Ring of Honor title, the AEW title, and it was like, yeah, Chris Jericho holding 2 titles after the company went out of business.
Yes, I did see that. He won the World Heavyweight title from a company that brought the company.
That was it.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, well,
there's truth.
There's truth to that. There's truth to that. But
so Chris Jericho invented something else.
Yes, he's the only man that could win a title that was brought by the fucking company that you work for.
Twice,
not once but twice. So it's gonna be. I want to see how they're gonna do this. And yeah, the Eddie Kingston Sammy thing, I didn't really want to talk about it because Eddie beat the living hell out of Sammy. Beat the living shit. I don't even think he cared that he won or lost the match. The key was he said, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna make you fucking one of the pillars that they said you're supposed to be. Instead of being a little bitch."
But you know what? If you pay attention to Sammy Guevara, his entrance video,
I loved it.
It was dope, but one thing that sticks out more than anything else, except for Dragon Ball Z, the AEW Championship.
Yeah.
Not the TNT, not the tag team, not the trio, not the All Atlantic, the AEW Championship.
I'm gonna tell you why that happened though. That video was supposed to have been for last week. It wasn't done. It was supposed to be for it's everybody that's in that video. The anime part was everybody that was in that tournament. Darby Allin, Bryan Danielson, John Moxley.
Oh shit, that does make sense.
Right. It's supposed to have been for that, but they kept it, which I don't have a problem with it because I think honestly, I think everybody should have like a intro video. Let's go back to those shit. Let's have some fun. Yeah. Let's go back to those AEW. Shout out to AEW bring that because WWE now is like they just got your picture and your name. Raquel Rodriguez, show your back. Yeah.
Big ass back.
So that's it. It is a big ass back. It's like a Vizio TV screen back then.
It ain't a light.
I mean, shit. It's a 4K screen back in that back. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, what else we had? Oh, can we talk about this meeting?
Yes, the meeting. There was a meeting before the Dynamite. I think Jericho, Moxley, and Bryan Danielson. All three of them held it, and there was a lot of positive review from it. They even said they feel calm, they feel more relaxed, more comfortable than ever. So, with that coming out from it, it's feel like they moved on from the situation with CM Punk. I feel like they're more closer than ever. So that's a good sign. And pretty much they look at those three as the real true locker room leaders. So with a small little pep talk, it boosts their morale up. And that's one thing they need. And right now, that's their second meeting.
Yeah, that was the second meeting.
Second meeting
in within a couple of months. But let's play this. Those guys been to the promised land in this business, been to the mountaintop in the other company. So they know what it takes to have a successful business. But at the same time, get that stain out their locker room. Get that who can we trust shit out their locker room, and just go back to having fun. And like you said earlier, be a family environment. Because one thing I know you're going to hate what I'm about to say, but this was true. Cody used to, when he was there, used to check on everybody. Make sure they was all right. And I mean, even on that little fucking show, I had to watch it and find out what the fuck was going on. He used to do that shit. Him, Brandy, all of them used to go and see if they're all right and all that stuff. Y'all good? You need to talk. My door's open, blah, blah. But seeing the CM Punk thing and all their fucking in-house business coming out to the light was changing the morality in that locker room. Like, yeah, you was getting us some banging matches, but what happens when you go back to backstage? Do y'all talk? Or y'all just go straight to your locker room and just, I ain't fuck with this guy, I ain't fuck with that guy. So I liked it. Show some leadership from the guys that been there before and said just there to get a paycheck. That they're not the WCW guys or the TNA guys that came from WWE and just here for a paycheck and take the spotlight. They want the shit to succeed. So I liked it. I don't have to know what was said. I just like that they stepped up. So congratulations on them. Anything else? Oh wait, we forgot to talk about one thing. How we gonna forget about Paige, or should I say her name?
Serena. She ain't did nothing.
Nope.
And that's the reason why we should talk about her.
But we need to talk about her. Not because she didn't do nothing or she did do something. The situation I got a problem with. You're about to bring someone that broke their neck twice into an unsafe environment. I don't care if you got insurance. I don't give a shit you got insurance. It's still unsafe. Because what we saw the last thing we saw, especially when it comes to the women's division, was Ruby Soho damn near broke her neck.
Taking that TKO.
Right, and broke her nose in a match.
Yeah, I gotta say this, that for now, a lot of AEW's women's, they're not rookies, but they're not like really extended veterans, not to like say maybe a Mercedes Martinez or somebody to that level extent, but some of these women, they coming off looking like they greener than baby shit.
Man, dog. When I watch, we go back to Rampage.
By the way,
when I watched Jade against Don Monte, that was sloppy.
It was all right. I say it was all right. I ain't say it was the greatest match of all time. I said it was all right.
The only thing that was all right was about Jade showing her damn strength with a fucked. And I gotta see if she's all right because when she caught Diamante, she twisted her knee, her MCL.
She did,
and
but that was supposed to line thing.
Right, and the fact that she limped and did the F5 on the apron, that was awesome. That was cool. But the match, you had a story there, and they did not even expose it. Diamante and Karen and Hogan is dating each other.
Yeah, they've been, and not to mention they had history back in WoW because they's the women's tag champions.
Fire and Ice.
Yep.
And y'all did. You know what you could have done with this? Do you remember when Kota Ibushi challenged AJ Styles for the title, and he wanted Kenny Omega there at his corner, and only Kenny did was just look at him. And cost him the match. You could have done something like that with Karen Hogan, just looking at Diamante or something, and just cost him the match or something, just to make the story out of it. They don't do
especially
stuff.
like with Jade when Trina the promo was at. Wait a minute, ain't this your girl?
Right.
They did say that.
Right, and then you got Trina. I love
She's
Trina.
bad as matter of fact, I know why, because she's supposed to get the I Am Hip Hop on BT Hip Hop Award next month. That could be the case. It may see AEW being BT Hip Hop Award. Some chance.
Lord. Was it a BET title for her? Hey,
hey, that come true one day. Now you keep on talking, it will come true.
Listen.
Antonio Lickens, if that comes out. Antonio the Enforcer, if that winds up happening.
Wait a minute. It was my idea. I want to say about BET title.
All right, you get percentage.
All right.
But listen, look, like that even pissed me off because it seemed like Trina did not know or forgot that she's on Diamante's side. She just stood there in the apron like this. Like, bitch, walk down the aisle with her. What you just stand there for? Walk down the aisle with her. And then they cut to Jay's part and she's disappeared. We're stupid. Like, we knew you'll cut it off. Like, we know you'll cut that part off. And then you got that's what told she's gonna turn on her because Trina she's the baddest. She's supposed to be the baddest bitch, so she's a baddie, the original baddie. So she's gonna turn on her. We already saw that coming. But I mean, if I would have done some shit like, okay, she turned on your girl. Karen Hogan looks like concerned. Blah. Some type of story with that. They didn't do nothing with it. That was right there for the taking. It was right there.
I'd rather see that real life relationship. I want to see Karen Hogan, Diamante come together, give each other a kiss, be like the Going Lovers, the reboot, and go that route. But do we really trust Tony Khan to pull that trigger? Is he mature enough to do that shit? Because you got to have the right idea and story to pull that off. Because if they do that, next year, we're gonna see him kissing every single time. You can get two different kind of fans. You get the Feel the Thirst crew, or you get the man. This some nasty ass shit. This ain't no damn P Valley. You can get them two kind.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? No, he's not mature enough because that boy, that young man got some stage fright issues he needed to settle. I'm so sick of him. He don't breathe. He don't breathe when he talk. He talks so loud. He got the microphone this close. He's like, "We're gonna have a good time." No. I'm like, motherfucker, stop sniffing that shit before you come out. Stop it. Stop that Colombian cocaine you're doing. Shit.
Hey,
talk. Calm down. Relax.
He's one of us. He's one of us.
Listen, one of us. I know one thing. I'm not gonna be that nervous to talk to that. I probably shake my damn boots over talking to say 60,000 people. Like,
I've been to you this way.
A good time. He's rushing that shit so he can run back to the back. All right, we're gonna run.
Let me put it to you this way: when Tony Khan made an '80s Ultimate Warrior promo sound, what what's the word I want to
How
use?
dare you,
Legible.
sir.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Hey, I said 80s because like in the 90s he got better. Warrior got better a little bit in the 90s.
He got her Cocaine Cowboy Boots beat. He got my man from that show beat. That motherfucker, you knew he was on cocaine back then, but I don't know. Tony must be on some new drug or something, or some type of needle in the ass or something. I like he going, no, good time. Yeah, I mean, all right, Reese. I don't know if you've been to a live show, but I know Hill could back me up on this. During the commercials, Tony Khan comes out. Oh yeah, and runs on the stage and do this.
I remember like when they were in Milwaukee and when he came out to point out Giannis to them after the Bucks just won the championship.
Bro, he does this and he did it like 3 times. He comes out, runs the stage, and then haul ass back. And like, what is wrong with him? I mean, I have my whole section laughing at me. You got my wife, I'm like, what is wrong with him? Stop that. We don't need you to tell us what to cheer for. You know?
Forget where's Waldo. It's like, where's Tony?
Like, no, where's Tony's stash at? We need to hide it. Like, take it from him. Shit. Yeah, he is the fucking boss. But goddamn, I mean, can you imagine? I know we don't like him right now, but can you imagine the Attitude Era? Vince McMahon do some shit like that?
Yep.
I mean, that's the surprised. I mean, that's the last time we actually, be honest. Let's be honest. The last true time we really respected and fuck with Vince, like the ruthless aggression era, until he really went crazy and fucked up, start wrestling matches with his daughter and doing this. He was doing this against him. I don't think that was the last funny shit I ever saw. Like he was like,
and don't forget the time he tried to prevent Lex Luger Bret Hart 2.0 and then he like fell and messed up his leg.
Oh my god, that's classic. That's a Hall of Fame material right there. That's Hall of Fame footage. You tore both your quads and you try to get up and you bust your ass and you just sitting there.
Well,
hey, help me! Help me! I'm your boss. Why y'all just looking at me? Help me! I will fire y'all asses on TV. Help me! You know, he looks so sad.
They are talking about him putting the Hall of Fame, but not yet. Soon.
Oh, please don't! Not right now. Not right now.
Oh no, especially not
this
next
year.
This
shit.
Hell, that's like, don't even do it next year because you know how Philly crowds will be.
Philly, LA.
You know what? You better do it now.
No, I said or next. I know. I was like. No, I was saying like the 24th. So don't
no. I mean,
no.
I'm saying you better do it right now. I mean, you better do it on Monday because one, you know, the straight up WWE fans will cheer it.
Go.
Okay, and you know everybody else gonna be on the. What the fuck are they? No, that shit. Get that shit out the way. Get out the way. All right, just get out the way because you're gonna be in Hollywood in WrestleMania. Yes, you already got a Hollywood star that they probably been fucking with and all that shit. Yeah. But Philadelphia get WrestleMania after that.
Yeah.
If Philadelphia could boo Rey Mysterio, what the fuck you think they're gonna do to Vince McMahon?
That was actually Pittsburgh that booed Rey. Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Period. That's a state.
In Philadelphia, WrestleMania, they could put Paul Heyman in that Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I asked y'all this when we found out Raven was going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think that'd be the perfect time to put ECW alumnus that's willing to do it.
Dreamer.
In the Hall of Fame. Yes, Dreamer's going to do it because he needs some type of action. Dreamer, I don't know if Taz going to come back just to get a fucking ring, but he deserves it. Shane Douglas because he needs some shine. Sabu, of course, Paul Heyman.
Ah, shit, because they already inducted Van Dam. Damn it.
Yeah. Van Dam is the first. Is he the first ECW alum?
Nah, because Bubba.
Oh yeah, the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, the Dudleys.
Yeah, the Dudley Boys. But he's the first solo guy.
Yeah,
I guess. But still, you know, they need to do it big for Philly. They need to do ECW for Philly. The originals, not no CM Punk, not Mark Henry. You know, he already in.
You need the Sandman.
Oh God, the Sandman gonna be fucked up if he gets the Hall of Fame. That one gonna come out with a 6-pack right. He gonna have a 6-pack right when he's gonna do his speech.
We'll have a drinking contest between him and Austin.
Oh God, I think Sandman just Austin, but anyway.
You know what? They might do that. They might put the whole entire ECW as a Hall of Fame.
They should,
or just have him as one induction.
That would be the headline. ECW as a Hall of Fame, and have
at Joe Styles.
Yeah, God knows who could be in it, and you know, if they do that, one boy who be begging and pleading, just singing like Keith Sweat to put him in the Hall of Fame, New Jack. Because if we put ECW together, you can't have ECW Hall of Fame without our boy New Jack.
Well, you gotta put. You know what? My thing is this: if you put New Jack on it, it's gonna be a problem.
No, it's not.
Not for us, but what era we? Well, I say what era we in? We are in the sensitive era.
Fuck them.
Hey! Everybody in this group, we all agree with you. I'm
talking about the outsiders.
We even talking about we're talking about the guys, the people that don't know fucking wrestling. They don't know a fucking a wrist lock from a wristwatch. We talking about dumb people. They like, y'all want that guy to Hall of Fame, the guy that tried to kill people? Yeah, because he made us think it was real, and he was not fucked with. Yeah, he throw your ass out the So I mean, that's a touchy subject for some people, I guess. For me, it's not. Hall of Fame, New Jack, Hall of Fame, the Gangsters, Hall of Fame. This was a promo.
You know what? Induct the entire company as a whole.
Yeah,
because it's like because you gotta throw every single because you gotta throw like almost every person that's been in ECW, and it was like to get individual stuff there would be like way too many. So it's like I would just say like combine everybody all in one shot, kind of like how they did the Hart family a couple years back.
You know what? I gotta say something.
Put ECW as a whole, and
have Heyman do a separate entry.
And the bingo hall has a Hall of Fame ring because the ECW arena is still up and running with other wrestling. But
I guess I'll say when you mentioned put everybody in, do you realize there's one man who will be in the Hall of Fame with ECW?
Which one is that?
Did you see the slash? Oh, that's right. Because remember,
he was in ECW too.
Triple Threat.
Chris Benoit.
And why I don't have a problem with that.
Because
if we could put New Jack in, we could put Christian Wine.
Yeah, I know. Yes, that's the thing. Because remember, you say we live in an insensitive era. What one wrestler that we always want? What one wrestler that we always say he's a Hall of Fame candidate, but one incident, Chris Benoit.
Yep.
Chris Benoit is part of the ECW the earlier days, and he in the Hall of Fame. He get that ring. People gonna be 20% people gonna be upset. The rest of us, the purists, knows the separate from the man and the wrestler. We be fine. To be honest, to keep it true with y'all, as a wrestling fan, as a wrestler, I'm fine with that because his resume speak for itself. As a human being, the CTE, the whole 9 yards, science cannot help. It is what it is. It's sad. It's tragic. But Chris Benoit, as a body of work in a wrestling ring, you can't fuck with him. If you say who you rather see, Chris Benoit or MJF, nigga, I'm picking Chris Benoit.
What type of comparison is what type of
yes, you
wait a minute.
That's a Jack comparison. That's what it is.
What comparison was that?
A thirsty Jack comparison.
Goddamn MJF, like I said, MJF is no. Listen, his kayfabe work I love, but I would not compare his wrestling skills with the likes of Chris Benoit or Eddie Guerrero No, Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I know we don't want to go back to this because we already hit an hour and we need to talk about our hardcore part of the show. But don't get me wrong. Did MJF have some good matches? Did he make us, as he said during that so-called pipe bomb, did he make us feel for him? Yes. Some of his matches, but guess what? You lost some of those matches too. You lost the match between you and CM Punk when you supposed to make us feel. You lost the match against you and Chris Jericho.
I
think
it was more make us feel because it's like, that how whenever the Warriors music would hit or Stone Cold's music hit, you would hear audiences cheer and but as soon as MJF music hits, man, he got them booing somebody. I got the perfect now. Kind of remember that promo when KO and Elias were doing their thing up in Seattle? And then the crowd booed the shit out of them the moment they talked about the Sonics.
Yeah, as soon as you mentioned that, motherfuckers that was Sonic fans get so upset. I'm talking about motherfuckers outside of Seattle. Motherfuckers that was Sean Kemp fans. Yeah, I'm really my age. Sean Kemp and Gary Payne fans. And you said, man, I wish they were still in Seattle. Don't you bring that up? How dare you? Hey, back down. Take it easy. Calm down. That's sensitive. But it is what it is. Let's go. What?
Fine.
Okay. It went up?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Also, Drew McIntyre suffered a food poisoning. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was mostly because anybody that spoiled that Muda surprise, which by the way, thanks again viewers for messing it up.
That, but
then also
okay, you know what? Numbers don't tell you how good the show is. It just goes by views.
Yeah.
So we can't get mad at that because we meet all of us and plus Wolfpack Podcast. Shout out to Wolfpack Podcast. We all said it. It's not about ratings no more. It's about how many views you get. So they probably the view numbers probably could go up, but the show itself was guard to the bitch. So I don't care. I don't care how you feel. It was not a good show at all.
Okay. After this, then we're definitely gonna hop on. We got to talk about Impact, Victory Road. We did talk about NXT 2-year rules.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. After this, we're gonna talk about hardcore. But something came up. I just look up a Ringside News, and Shawn Michael talking about. This is the title set. Shawn Michael doesn't know if China will be a trailblazer in a modern WWE.
Oh, I saw that article too. Yeah, and I get where he was trying to say with this one because it was if you had China now, because we saw so many people kind of do the stuff that she did, between a Rhea Ripley or Raquel Gonzalez, something like that. Hell, as much as we may not want to admit it, even a Charlotte or Becky, but what made China such a standout person because nobody saw a female wrestler with her size and strength competing against men and hell, slamming them with ease and shit, and having actual matches with them.
Yeah, I agree with Sean. These women today are different than when she came out. She was a different beast. In fact, I'm gonna keep it real 100. I call it China Charles. I thought China was a man. I swear. Remember before the surgery, I didn't know who Jody was. I was like, oh shit, that dude is ripped. And remember, her ponytail looked like a ghetto chick ponytail. You know how it's and shit. You know remember Jim Carrey on Living Color?
Oh yeah,
and he had that big one.
Vera DeMilo.
All that shit.
Yeah,
I that's not a. So, but then when China started talking and all that's oh shit, that's just a big ass chick. So, China back then was different. Which, if you think about it, if it wasn't for China, we would have such powerful women now, like a Josie Grace, Jade with the physique anyway. Yeah. Well, she's strong as hell too, and stuff like that, you know. But today, she just been a regular female wrestler.
I wouldn't go that far. She would have won the single man title. She'd be the OnlyFans because back then it was Playboy. Now
she would be just a regular female wrestler right now because everything she did back then was pretty much pioneered to what we see now.
Yeah,
like you got people doing OnlyFans now and shit. She was doing Playboy. She did.
That's a fact. I would even go with this. I would even go with this point. That, like, hell, even if she was still alive, like when Beth Phoenix was at her peak, I was like, still, there would still be like a little bit of a transition, like what's going to separate one of these two from the other, because they're both powerful and both athletic women. Yeah, and they actually had some like decent skills, but I was like, I think Beth kind of became a little bit more polished.
I know what separates them. Playboy.
Yeah, definitely that. Watch this. China, first woman in the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Beth Phoenix, also in the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's she would have been pretty much in the fold right now. She would not have been nothing that said that she would have been a trailblazer right now. Because she like you said, she was wrestling dudes. She was body slamming dudes. We see that now. We see chicks. We see Joyce Grace beat up men. She was the divisional champion. She beat up a man to win that title. Okay,
and Mia Yim for the X Division title. Well, shout for the X Division title.
Not to mention, I know we don't want to talk about it, but China won the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
Yes.
Blanchard 3 times.
Blanchard was
AEW Impact Women's
Championship. You know, so like I said, if China was around today, it'd be big news. But back then, if she didn't do that stuff what she did back then, we probably want to see some of the shit we see now. So today,
so I think that's where Sean was trying to go with. Like,
I agree what he's saying. You get what he's saying. If you just read and didn't get outraged, oh my god, and don't know the fuck you talking about, then that's what it is. But you know the history of what China used to do, and see what he's talking about. She just be another. I ain't gonna say another. Let me stop saying another. But she'd have been a big star now, but she would not be a trailblazer star. She'd just be a big ass star. Like she could go to any company and become a champion. That's facts. If she would have stayed at Impact, and she had tagged up with Kurt Angle, I guarantee you she'd been knockout champion.
Knockout, tag team.
All that.
Hell. TNA World Champion.
Hell. X Division.
Hell, yeah, right. She'd been the legend or TV champion, whatever they was calling that damn belt Booker T had there. She would have had that belt. It's just I think it's mostly young heads that got mad at that statement. Because if you knew what is Sean talking about, like we talked about this off camera before, that China, remember Triple H and Sean saw China and said, and they told Vince, like, you need to bring her in. You need something to have people talking about. And Vince didn't want it. Can you imagine if they would have stuck by that decision? We didn't want to know who the hell China was.
No, God knows, and DX will be dead in the water by now.
Shout out to DX, their 25th anniversary is coming in October.
October 10th.
Oh God,
they're gonna be up in Brooklyn.
No, me and my wife just talking about. We just said, so do you think Billy Gunn gonna show up?
Cool. Yeah.
Can we talk
can we talk about hardcore now? Because I'm just gonna leave that in the air.
Let's get to the hardcore.
That's a good thing to leave in the air.
Because I gotta dip in like a couple, so I want to at least get a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's get down to it. Hardcore. This is a second part of a 3-part series trilogy. Hardcore. We see it everywhere. from NWA, WCW, ECW, WWF, TNA, NWA,
DDT, Noah,
yeah, DDT,
FMW.
all the good stuff, including one in Euro, one in India, not India. Hell, you name it, it's everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Hardcore is one of the most popular, almost one of the most mainstream genre type of match in pro wrestling history. You know, when you think about hardcore, you think about chairs, table, ladders, garbage can. They fight everywhere, fall counts anywhere type of style.
Mm-hmm.
That's the true definition of hardcore. And for me, when I was introduced to hardcore, I would say it was pretty much WWF when they introduced it was WWF Warzone with Captain Jack versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley in New York City in '97. In '97, that was my first introduction of hardcore. Oh hell yeah, we gonna go back WrestleMania 12, Goldust and Roddy Roddy Piper. Even though it was entertaining, but it was hardcore. We got trash can, cars, and Goldust in the thong. But like I was saying, it was hardcore at the time. So you look back, the centuries of hardcore. We can look back in in the '70s or the '60s when NWA was there. We look back the territories when there was hardcore. Hell, even Asoshi Onita, he discovered hardcore and that territory. Everybody think it was Japan who made hardcore, but it was our hometown, the America soil, built and breathed hardcore. New Japan just steps up a notch.
They just went crazy.
Yes.
And I think about like all the great wrestlers that we've seen in hardcore. Of course, first and foremost, the first name that comes to my mind, Terry Funk, because
I definitely,
by the God,
he's the godfather of the at least one of the godfathers of hardcore wrestling. But if you want to go, like honestly, I think I'm going to tell you my first introduction, and then I found out about this stuff years before this. But my first introduction to hardcore wrestling was Starrcade, Tully Blanchard against Bad and TA.
Oh, the I Quit match.
And those motherfuckers was about to kill each other.
Yeah, especially if they had that demo. What they used to do,
Use a wooden chair, broke it, and tried to stab a man with a wooden chair, the spike part, and tried to stab, and then reversed it and got stabbed to him, and made it. This man did not just say "I quit"; he screamed, "I quit!" It was bad, right? Yeah. So that was my introduction because it was a lot of blood there. Now wrestling before then, you probably see blood in a steel cage match or something like that. I mean, that's hardcore, but it was a stipulation which we will talk about next week.
Yes.
But hardcore match when the ring is just the ring, space and opportunity, right?
Yeah.
We just talked about Terry Funk. Terry Funk was not known for hardcore wrestling. They just say he was a wild wrestler.
Yeah. Let's not forget this man was a former NWA World Champion for over 400 some odd days.
Right.
So he was a technician at one point in time.
Yes, his toe twist at the
the spinning toe. Yeah, both him and Dory.
That's a funk move. That's the Funk's family tradition, right? Yeah. But when hardcore wrestling really exploded, I should say, was in the 90s.
Especially at the Avenue ECW.
Yeah, I mean, I would say
even before that.
I would say late 80s, but I definitely would say 90s because of places like FMW.
Yeah.
Because once FMW went to the crazy extreme, that Onita with his crying ass at the end of the match, and it got you all that shit. It was some wild ass matches, and then when it came to the States, I should say, ECW just took the matches to a whole nother level, like hardcore. And hardcore don't mean match. It could be just a promo or a storyline, something hardcore. Because I could think of Raven, Tiny Dreamer, and Who Slept with Bueller storyline. That's hardcore.
Yep.
Like that was before no one did a lesbian episode.
Especially when Kimono Wanale was dancing up and up. Yeah, but that's not certain no time. Yeah.
and the delis beat up people getting paid for.
Yep.
You know, it was just a
hell. How about Raven turning Sandman's own, not only turning his family against him, but then crucifying Sandman.
Which turned Kurt Angle like, I'm not coming here. No, sir. It's just just their promos and storylines was hardcore, not just the wrestling. Like ECW, we already did an ECW show, so I'm not gonna go really into it. But then which actually I am gonna go into it changed the business.
Yes.
Because how hardcore ECW was and the fan bases behind it, the E changed their product, the F changed their product, which is the Attitude Era, and we got more wild and crazy hardcore matches there to the point that they even made a hardcore title, which they destroyed my winged belt and put duct tape and all that shit and wrote hardcore on the tape. And I still say that's a beautiful belt. That's fucked up. I know that I'm crazy, but
I think that may be the only. Yeah, I think that may be the only title he may not have yet in his collection.
All right, good. He said yet. He said yet. Because while we talk about the belt, you see his head glue. That's not the light, people. That's not the light. It's glue. Like that's the belt I need in my collection. It's just
the idea ball put off.
But Black Friday's come around the corner. But anyway, the Hardcore Championship, like back then, the Hardcore title was treated as a title. Yep. That's before the 24/7 rules kicked in. Thanks to Hardcore Holly Crash Holly. Yeah. The Hardcore title was one of the most entertaining title in WWE history. Then you look at the other Hardcore title.
Although there is one negative part about that, before the 24/7.
What was that?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That match. Al Snow and Boss Man.
Oh, you mean Keno from Hell?
That don't say nothing more. Don't say nothing more.
I wasn't trying to say nothing about it in the first place.
I know, but once you said it, that's all you say. Boss Man is Al Snow. We got so many bad things in that situation. We need to talk about it. That's it.
Classic. But go ahead. It was. You don't come on. That's the most creative shit ever. Hell in a Cell.
Steel cage. The only good thing that came out of that is that British Bulldog came back.
Are we talking about the match or the story behind it? Because which one?
The story, I'm a dog lover. It was kind of a little bit cringe, but the match, it was genius. You got the Hell in a Cell, you got the cage.
The match was genius. The match itself was not. Those dogs was humping each other during the match. They were shitting around the ring. There was nothing vicious about those damn dogs.
No.
Okay, if you had your own money, you had them dogs in a cage match.
My dog downstairs, it was more vicious than those dogs. Those dogs were trying to get something. They were trying to get busy. They said, "Come here, girl. Where you going? Come here. Come here. Where you going?" And they was trying. Every time the camera got on them, the other dog was on top, like, "Mind your business. The match is up there."
We got literal doggy style on pay-per-view TV.
Man, I think they still got it on the Peacock. I don't think they cut it out. That dog, they didn't.
If somebody want to check and verify that one way or the other, that's up to y'all. Anyway, y'all, I gotta get done.
I'm not going to question.
Before I dip out though, so I do got a question. If I find me a Cowboys fan brave enough tomorrow, can I get you on nightcap? Because since the Giants and the Cowboys are playing tomorrow.
If the Giants win,
oh no, I'm doing it before the show. I'm doing it before the game, so
I'll get back to you on that one because I gotta work late on early Tuesday morning around 12:30. So I would definitely get back with you on that one because I probably sleep and then wake up to watch the game and probably go to work pissed off or go to work happy. So I'll definitely let you know. I'll let you know about that.
All right, yo. All right, Joe. Y'all take care. All right.
All right.
All right, man.
So yeah, so we talked about the hardcore title, which brought another aspect of hardcore wrestling in different ways in WWF. But then WCW seen the money in it, and WCW had their own hardcore title, which I like the title. I love the title.
Nice title.
Nice little title. But the people that they had was not
hardcore.
Well, no, I ain't gonna say they wasn't. They had the right people. They just did not have the right situations. They had Sandman who was Hack.
Yeah.
Bam Bam Bigelow, who's a former ECW guy, so he got some hardcore in him.
Brian Knobs.
Brian Knobs, Terry Funk. They even had Chris Candido who's doing hardcore matches.
I seen that. I remember that one. Haku,
who actually won the belt when he was not under contract. Holy shit. WCW, why you fucked that up?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, he won the title. Classic match. It was him, Terry, and Screaming Norman.
He won the title, and the next thing you know, you see Haku at the Royal Rumble. Afro going. Like, what the fuck?
Like, oh, shit's cool. Then feel like, where's title?
Right. And then you got you said Screaming Norman Smiley, which was like the entertaining part of his hardcore title run, was him screaming all the damn time. You hit him with saying he's screaming all the fucking time. But that division was not the same as WWF. Hell, it was not the same as ECW at the time because ECW was still hardcore. With some of their matches, Tommy Dreamer against C.W. Anderson, match at 34th Street. That was a classic. You got
Stairway to Hell.
Oh God, Tommy Dreamer has been in some fucked up matches. ECW.
Yeah, man.
Matches. This man got choke slammed off and went through 4 tables.
Oh yeah, by 911.
God damn. Primetime Brian Lee did some shit to him like that too. It's like hardcore wrestling. It fed us violence to another level. All right.
Yeah.
We are 80, we're 80s babies. So we was around the action era where movies could suck. If you just give us some good action, yeah, A-okay. I mean, movies could suck. Watch this. No Holmes Barred with Hulk Hogan was not a good movie, but you gave us some good action. We loved it.
Yes.
you know.
We got action figures.
Terrible acting. Zeus, God rest his soul.
Yes.
I need to say no more. But wrestling was in a stale place. Let's just keep it real. It was a stale place. They did have some hardcore moments. Cactus Jack and Max Payne against the Nasty Boys for the tag team title. That was a hardcore thing. Sting against Cactus Jack at
Beach Blast.
Yeah,
that was hardcore.
Hardcore. I name it Kevin Sullivan, Cactus Jack Vader. It's gonna be a lot of Cactus Jacks when I'm talking about this.
Kevin Sullivan and Crispin. Well, that's a stipulation, but that was hardcore as well.
That was hardcore though. Yeah, going to ladies' bathroom was hardcore enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Put it in the toilet, man.
Right. Just gonna leave it there.
Oh shit! Even it is kind of like a stipulation, but even Fall Brawl, that was hardcore enough without weapons. Shit.
What was that? Slamboree.
Triple Cage.
Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck against Dustin Rhodes and Dusty. That was actually a hardcore match. That was no disqualification. Anything that had no disqualification is hardcore. Okay, let's go there. And today's word, Extreme Rules matches are hardcore as they could get.
Yeah,
it should be more violent. Well, I think now it will be, but We got a problem with WWE right now. I think me and you could say this with this no bleeding thing.
Yeah, and
No bleeding.
we talked about this, and I share my opinion. I share it again. You're about to have Extreme Rules, and plus a month after you got War Game. Somehow, somewhere, you need some blood.
Yeah.
Without blood, people could go elsewhere. We just saw a triple threat, Ball Wire Massacre.
Massacre, yes.
Moose, Steve, and Sammy. What a great Ball Wire Massacre match right there. And then we got DDT Pro Wrestling, who got hardcore matches. New Japan Pro Wrestling, hardcore matches. Sometimes they have some dope ass matches.
You know what? But see, with New Japan, they don't even really need hardcore, period, because it seems like you can do whatever you want outside the ring, as long as you don't bring it in the ring. For example, Kenny Omega used to do this damn stomp with you under the table, and he do a double leg stomp through the table and never get disqualified. Evil will put a chair around your neck and get another chair and swing and do this and don't get disqualification. But if you bring that chair to the ring, oh no, fuck you don't. You don't. So it's. I'm trying to find New Japan doing well when they do hardcore, like Moxley against Lance Archer, U.S. title, Wrestle Kingdom. That was a Texas death
match, yes.
But it was hardcore. Okay. Japan. If we're gonna stay with Japan hardcore is way different than any hardcore I have seen in the past 20 years. And I mean that we just not that long ago, I think probably was 2 weeks ago. El Desperado was in a death match. Yes, we talked about death match last week. But
yeah,
that's hardcore. And the fact that he ripped his mask off again and continued. This man needs not to wrestle with a mask no more. You look more crazy without the mask. But
and he flexible too.
They are crazy. Yeah, they are crazy, dude. The fluorescent light bulbs and nails and shit.
Oh God,
they're crazy. Like I would love to see. I know he's retired for the 17th time, but Onita at least referee one of these matches.
He still wrestle.
And then they touch him, and he catch a flashback. like if you want to know how hardcore is in Japan, it sold out the Tokyo Dome twice. Onita against Mahiro Chono, and on the Great Onita against the Great Muda. Twice it sold out the Tokyo Dome. You know how hard it is to sell out the Tokyo Dome?
Very hard. But excuse me. Very hard. It's very hard. Like when you watch that, like both was a Ball Wire matches, both of them a hardcore match, and you got a non-traditional New Japan guy coming in your house and whoop some ass. That's how crazy it was. It's like you thought John Cena comes in. Well, John Cena took the ring, but you come in playing Wild Thing, one of the most iconic theme music of all time next to Enter the Sandman and Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. But you come in Wild Thing, people throwing water at you, beer, can, trash.
Wait. Let me imitate him if I may. I'm sitting down in the chair right now as we speak. He stands in the middle of the aisle. Y'all know the Tokyo Dome is a long way. Sits in the middle. Put the chair. Sit down. Remember, this man got a leather jacket on. Put a cigarette in his mouth. Lean back and light it. And dare y'all to throw shit at him. And this is Japan. They don't throw stuff at you. No. They are respectful. You gotta be so disliked for Japan to throw shit at you. NWO didn't get shit thrown at them when they came to Japan. And this motherfucker did.
Yeah, that's why he's a hardcore legend. And in my eyes, he's a hardcore legend.
In everybody's eyes. If you're an ECW fan, you remember the one time he came to ECW with the ceremony clothes and the wooden sandals. They're like, wait, this not him. And when he got that fucking Singapore cane and looked at Tommy Dreamer and fucked Tommy Dreamer up with it. He lost his damn mind. I'm just saying, Onita. I guess we're talking about Legends of Hardcore right now, since we kind of segue to that.
Yeah.
Onita is an icon, a hardcore icon, a hardcore legend. And you don't believe me, I challenge whoever's watching this, to go and look at some. I'm sorry. Some of his FMW stuff, the New Japan matches we're talking about, and that ECW one we're talking about. You see what I mean? His face. Don't go watch that CZW match, because that's the one he's pissed off about. Don't go watch that.
No.
He's pissed off because they didn't have. It's a long story, but
yeah.
Go watch his matches, and you'll see why we say this motherfucker is the hardcore legend icon. If they had a Hall of Fame for hardcore, he should be in it. That's facts.
Yeah, and he still wrestled. Matter of fact, he wrestled in DDT Pro Wrestling, I think, a couple weeks back. That's so
he's gonna retire for the 18th time.
I don't think he retired. I don't think he's coming back, but I'm sure he still wrestled. FMW's still there. He's still around. But he still put up dope matches. Like, I remember one match he was in. It was like a parody of the Money in the Bank in DDT Pro Wrestling, and it will be a stipulation. It was a Money in the Bank parody. They wrestled in a headquarters. The finale is you face Shijo Onita and Chris Brooks and Mao in a 6-person tag match inside the office. And the finale. Still hardcore. Matter of fact, he didn't fight a Christmas episode. So for him, he's still doing hardcore stuff. Anyway, we talking about hardcore legend. Let's talk about Hayabusa. He's a hardcore legend in his own way.
That's kind of fucked up because some people don't consider him hardcore, but that's because all y'all saw was highlights of Hayabusa. Y'all didn't see his matches. It's a difference. See his matches. Hell, the way his career ended was hardcore. I'm not. I usually don't want to talk about it, but that's the dangers of those ropes and this business. And the way his career ended was hardcore. The dude was trying to do a lion salt. He slipped and landed right. That's all I'm gonna say.
I seen the video and I'm like, ew.
Yeah. So Hayabusa did some. Yes, he was. He was an innovator of some dives off the ropes and stuff like that. But the matches those dives that y'all only see, how he led to those dives and all that shit. Yeah, and it was so good because Vince wanted him. Vince was trying to get him.
He don't know what to do with him.
No. That's in the early 90s, he probably would have got away with it. But I stress this enough that people need to understand that in the early it was a different time then, and everybody, if you was not from the States, he was a villain. Unless you make him a goofy act, and that's how you became a face.
Yeah, he changed a lot of things. He become H when he wear them white shorts, some white boots, white hair, and lost in the anal explosion match. But
Oh God.
That was a part of stipulation, so don't worry. But we talk about hardcore. If we talk about hardcore legend, we gotta talk about mainstream. Like around in the late '90s and
Mick.
2000s, we could talk about through that time period. We're talking about the
Okay.
era of Jackass. We're talking about backyard wrestling. Where everybody started doing
Oh,
backyard wrestling shit because people
okay.
watching wrestling.
Okay. So we doing mainstream. Well, we gotta go with Foley is God. We gotta go with Mick Foley. Mick Foley, made hardcore wrestling popularized by doing the most stupidest shit. This dude dove off of his roof of his house to record Dude Love, his made up character.
And do love earn up some title or tag team title.
Yeah. Dude Love is the former tag team champion who introduced Cactus Jack at Madison Square Garden against Triple H, who had these death matches and stuff with Terry Funk in Japan, who went to ECW. I remember I said wrestling's not the only thing hardcore. The promos. His promo about Kane Dewey was as hardcore as spooky. He looked like, I don't know if you into alternative or grunge music, but if you know Pearl Jam, there's a video called Jeremy, I think it is, Nick.
Yes, I've seen Jeremy in the director cut.
Right. So you see how he looked, how the lead singer looked when he was singing it. Mick Foley looked like him when he was talking about Kane Dewey. I was like, he's like, hey, yo, son of a bitches. I was like, whoa, hey, damn. Yo. I was like, I'm back there like he talking to me and shit. Like, I didn't say Kane Dewey. I don't even know who the fuck Dewey is. You know? So, and his promos, the way he wrestled, the way he threw his body, which should be cut his career kind of short, but he did come back and stuff and helped out 3 people elevate their career. Triple H and Street Fight at Royal Rumble 2000. Randy Orton, Backlash 2004.
Yeah.
And Edge, WrestleMania 22. Those 3 matches all was hardcore matches, and it elevated those 3 guys to a whole different level. Triple H, I say, because I think he was a 2-time, 3-time champion at the time, but no one didn't think he could go that level. No one think he could be that, that heel. Like we don't like you, but are you that guy that we don't like but could still win? And he did. He elevated him, and which led to a hardcore, which led to a Hell in a Cell match, and put Triple H in a whole nother level, which made Triple H the first ever heel to retain the WWF title at WrestleMania. So it did something. Then you got Randy Orton. Randy Orton was Intercontinental champion. He went through fucking nails and he beat, blah, blah, which elevate him to the next step, which was World Heavyweight Champion later down the road, beating Chris Benoit at SummerSlam. Edge, you was a transition champion. They didn't believe in you. They put it back on John Cena. So you had to prove them what lengths you could go through. Spearing another man through fucking flaming table, I think that answered the fucking call because he became a damn champion and later on that year and became the main event guy. So Mick Foley, not only he even went down to fucking TNA.
And from a TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
The TNA World Heavyweight Champion and helped out Abyss, who everybody was comparing Abyss to.
Kane.
It's comparing Abyss to Mick Foley. And you're like, you know what? I'm here. Let's give them the match they want. It was a good thing. Mick Foley probably the most unselfish guy, not just throwing his body around for your ass, but making you fucking bigger than who you ever was. So I gotta say Mick Foley on that.
Yeah. He deserved it because plus he don't have the body as a pro wrestler. He just have a body of a hardcore wrestler. Period.
Yes.
I can throw in
genocidal, homicidal,
suicidal,
Sabu.
The
dream
same
match, right? Dream match right there, and that's why I say another thing of Mick Foley being unselfish. You came to ECW house and you made Sabu like a goddamn a superstar, megastar. He was fucking cutting Shaq up, but Sabu was doing some stuff, and I know people like, oh, the Botchamania guy. Yeah, we talking about him, but when he don't botch, and that Arabian Buster works, and jump on a chair, jump to the ropes, backflip over the chair to splash on you. And I'm about to make my wife happy when I say this. Not to mention the barbed wire match with Terry Funk that we got every fucking DVD in this house on.
Yeah, I heard it.
And motherfucking duct tape his bicep to continue the match. It was open, people. It was open. It was sliced open, and this motherfucker got some duct tape, not scotch, not electrical, duct tape. That shit that you peel off your body, the skin going with it. He duct taped his arm and continued wrestling. That's legendary. That's legendary.
Then the second time, that ain't the first time he did. He did it the second time when him against Sandman in the Stairway to Hell ladder match. It was that House Party '98 or it was an East Day pay-per-view. I got the tape back in the day. And Sabu, he jumped from the rope, and Sandman, he was on the rail. Sabu jumped on top of the rope, tried to do the splash, or whatever you want to call it. Sandman moves out the way. Sabu hit his jaw on the rail. You could hear a pop. His jaw was broken. So what he did, wrapped his tape around his jaw, tape that shit up. And he's my idol.
Yo, Sabu is sick. I think he's that fucking homemade doctor. He just duct tape and Tylenol, damn it. He had that shit against Taz when they had to bring the FTW and the ECW together. He had duct tape on his jaw. This dude with this damn duct tape and shit around his damn jaw. It's crazy. Yeah, Sabu is up there. I mean, he's a former ECW champion, two-time ECW champion, I might as well say. Former tag team champion with Rob Van Dam. I don't think he won the television title.
No.
But, yeah, he's up there. He's also, if I'm going to put some more flowers to his name, one of the first guys to be in the Monsters Ball in TNA.
Yes, Monster Ball. And the whole thing, he wrestled in not only in WWF, but in WCW. And
wow, a lot of people forgot about that. 1994. Because he had he was with New Japan
yes.
for a while. So yes, I'm sorry. Former junior heavyweight champion, IWGP junior heavyweight champion, Sabu is.
Yes.
For people that don't know. Even though he's a hardcore wrestler, they gave him the belt.
Yes, he can wrestle. Not only he used ball work, but that man can wrestle.
Yes.
Who else is hardcore?
Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer, of course, the innovator of violence. He's one of the top GOAT of hardcore wrestling. The day one.
He had to earn it though. He
Yeah.
had to earn it. He came out with those fucking suspenders and the MC Hammer pants on and clean cut and doing, yay, let me kiss your babies and all that stuff. The fans was booing him. It took 10 lashes with a Singapore cane to call this man hardcore. And he took those suspenders off, had a t-shirt, pants, and started kicking ass. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer out there. I know a lot of people think about Dark Side of the Ring and they give him shit for what he said and all that stuff, but his matches and the stuff that he did while he was injured. I remember he had an injury on his heel and he wrestled. I remember when Jim Cornette hit him with the tennis racket on his balls and he was peeing blood. Hardcore people. That guy's hardcore.
I don't know hardcore. I'll be hard like Homer Simpson. I pee in Kool-Aid.
That's hardcore to me because I am not pissing blood. I'm not doing it. I'm not. No. You drain this shit out. I'm not pissing that shit. Say burn. I'm not doing that. No. Who else can I put as hardcore though?
Balls Mahoney.
Balls Mahoney from Nutley, New Jersey. Rest in
Yeah.
peace. Balls Mahoney, Axel and Paul on balls. Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney give you the most stiffest chair shots in ever I ever seen in wrestling. And the chair would dent. So I mean, they hit you so hard, and that chair had your head print in the.
Brent bit like this. I'm like, damn. The only person who survived the Balls Mahoney chair shot or Balls Mahoney action right in chair shot is Masato Tanaka.
Yeah.
Because you talking about, we got, damn, that's nasty. You talking about, we didn't stop do a chair shot and give some like a concussion and CTE and everything else. Masato Tanaka. I mean, we talking about Mahoney still. Masato Tanaka is your testimony because if he can survive a chair shot to the head and and still walk around and acting normal and still wrestle, that man.
Let me tell you the one shot he took. I think it was from Mike Awesome though.
Which Mike one, FMW or ECW?
ECW.
Okay.
This is when they traded the title. And Mike Awesome hit him so hard. I'm not saying harder than Balls, but the sound that it made will probably make Balls appreciate it. It's like a damn fucking bazooka. Pow! Whoa, 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 whoa. And he hit him. He grabbed a rope and did this. And I was like, it's no way in hell. That man got a metal plate in his head. It's no way in hell you get up from that. And he hit him again. And I was like, no. And when Balls did it, Tanaka got up once. He didn't get up the second time. That's why I said to Balls, when he swing it down the chair, you gonna feel it. But if we're gonna take Tanaka, I'm gonna put Tanaka in that legendary status too, because when he was in FMW, he was the ace of FMW.
Yes.
He was the ace, and he had this mark that was on his chest, still there to this day. Like
tiger claws.
Yeah, and he still takes chair shots like it's no other. He lost the weight. Yeah, he's shredded now, but that head's still big as shit. Like he got a 55-pound head, and he took a chair shot, and I was like, "There's no way this old motherfucker's still taking chair shots," and he's still taking them, and then fuck you up with him, and he got that fucking rolling elbow. Tanaka is hardcore legend. Yeah, he is. And if I go with anybody else, that's hardcore legend.
Mike Awesome.
In Japan, yeah.
Yeah, in Japan and ECW, yeah. The Gladiator,
yeah.
The Gladiator Mike Awesome, yes. Yeah. The ECW Mike Awesome, yes.
I'm gonna do this for ECW because against Tanaka, yeah, he was hardcore, but against everybody else, he was
the Brock Lesnar of ECW.
Yeah, because his title reign. Let's go with his title reign.
Mm-hmm.
They put him against Spike Dudley.
That was like a true David versus Goliath because Mike also fucked up Spike Dudley's girlfriend. He wanted revenge, but he mollywopped Spike Dudley. But he got a fighting chance, but he mollywopped him.
That powerball off the top ropes was unnecessary. He picked him up. He could have picked him up and just dropped him. No, he picked him up and then launched him up some more and then threw him. I think that was unnecessary. Damn, Spike. They did not get that. That was fucked up. But Mike Awesome, I don't know. Is he passed away? Didn't he? He passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mike Awesome passed away, and his last showing was against Tanaka, one night stand.
Yeah,
where I saw the old Mike Awesome. Even though Joey Styles' commentary had me laughing my ass off, that's the last good of Mike Awesome. Now, if I go anywhere else, possibly in that same show, I'm going to go with Rhino.
Yes, the man beast.
Man,
Rhino.
now not the Rhino we see now. The Rhino we see now is he still got a little bit that Rhino in him, but he's more into the entertaining and give you some a good some match. But this Rhino we're talking about, the motherfucker that put motherfuckers through tables, put their wives through tables, motherfucker powerballing women through tables. This Rhino. And a little bit of WWF Rhino too. He's a hardcore champion. That match to him and Raven in Backlash, one of the best matches. That Rhino, yes. Hell, I give TNA Rhino. You know, I give Ring of Honor Rhino. Him and Kevin Steen. But that Rhino, yes, that Rhino, man beast, war machine, whatever the fuck you want to call him. When you heard that Rhino, when you heard Gore, it was coming. It was coming. How did I mention Raven?
Oh yeah, the godfather of extreme wrestling, or just a hardcore wrestling, because without Raven, ECW is not where it is today. I can't say today, but where it's at back then. Because Raven is one of the best storyteller. He is one of the best hardcore wrestling storyteller more than anybody else. Because when you wrestle with Raven, you telling a story.
You came in high. You just saw some of DT. He trying to talk to us, and he came in high when he just saw DT. That's crazy, bro.
And Raven put up some great matches. He put up some great moments because Raven got the ECW championship run, and he got his own crew, Steve Richardson, Richards, Blue Meanie, introduced Beulah.
Yeah.
So you got them people, and then like that you come in with Freedom with Tommy Dreamer, one of the best storyline ever, right next to the Undertaker and Kane.
Remember that shit went for 2 years. Like, even though they try to put people in front of Tommy Dreamer and add on, it was still him versus Raven. And he didn't get that victory for 2 years until Raven had to go to WCW. And this is what I say about Raven. Raven had Raven's Nest in ECW, and it came to WCW and had Raven's Flock. And he brought hardcore wrestling to WCW when they were still worried about the NWO with Raven's Rules.
Yes.
And if you don't remember Raven's Rules, it was hardcore. I get to use weapons and all that stuff. And he won the United States title using Raven's Rules. And he said, all my title defenses, even though it was just one, because I still call bullshit on that, was Raven Rules. He said, from now on, I'm never going to forget the promo. He said, from now on, as the United States champion, all my title matches is going to be Raven's Rules. And so the WCW said, okay, you got Goldberg. My heart dropped because I knew they was going to give Goldberg that fucking win because they was always talking about his streak. So I was like, oh, fuck, he's going to win.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining, though, how he won. So, you know, I'm not going to say Goldberg is a hardcore guy, but
no, he's never.
He's hardcore in the brain because anybody that's fucking trying to punch a goddamn window, a limo window with his bare hands, you had no brain cells at all. But that's not the point. Raven, and then Raven came back to ECW, and it's like he never left because he went to team up with Tommy Dreamer. And then he kind of feuded with Tommy Dreamer again. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a never-ending story. And then when he went to WWE, or F at the time before it was WWE, he came in, supposedly had to tag with Taz, but came in, won the hardcore title, put another another flavor to the hardcore title because that was not 24/7 no more. And he had some classic matches with Kane, Big Show, WrestleMania.
17.
Of course, no doubt about it. Anybody's mind, the best WrestleMania of all time. But then you had the match where they turned him face against Rhino, like I just said earlier, and that was great. But when he came to TNA,
Yes.
and was another act. This is where I think a lot of people need to understand why people like you and me are happy that he's going to Hall of Fame in TNA, because I think he was one of the first guys. He's not the first guy, but he was one of the first guys at the time that jumped ship from WWE to TNA, and people got excited about it. Like, they're not excited about Kurt Hennig because, like, it's Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
Okay. But when Raven came out and took the belt from Jeff Jarrett and pretty much stole it, and the sign said Vince fears Raven, they ran it, and they did some good storylines. Raven against Father's Mishu, James Mishu and the church.
Shane Douglas,
which brought out CM Punk and the Second City Saints, which they turned on Raven. Shane Douglas cutting his hair with those fucking clippers, which was the most hardcore shit I ever saw, with his head bleeding and shit. Like, oh, what the fuck? And the fact that Raven is in the history books as the NWA World's Champion.
Yes.
So and also having his own match, the Orange Clock
House of Orange Clockwork.
Orange Clockwork match. Thank you. Clockwork Orange match. You heard that's her thing. She's my backup. Which is still in the company, by the way.
Yes.
Raven gotta be up there. But if I go with Raven too, I gotta go with Sandman.
Oh, that's a day one right there.
Pretty much we're naming. I know. Hold on. Pretty much we're naming a lot of ECW guys, right? So
yeah.
But you gotta understand, this is what they was best at. They was best at hardcore matches. I can't name. I could name WWE guys. I already named one. If you want me to name another one, Al Snow.
Al Snow.
Oh, that hardcore high. That's easy because you had to give him a gimmick, because forever I was not gonna call that man Spark Plug Holly, and I was not calling him Bodacious Bob. Okay, so. Hardcore Holly it is. But the only thing Hardcore Holly did that really, really was hardcore to me was when he grabbed a fucking bucket of candy and blasted on your head, and everybody thought that was glass. I was like, that wasn't glass. It's just it was a bucket of candy with candy in it, and once he hits you so hard, it explodes. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other thing he did hardcore was against Rob Van Dam, and I know everybody don't like the ECW, but that was hardcore. What he did when he suplexed Van Dam and to the table, and the table thing didn't snap. It cut his back, and he continued to match, losing blood. He passed out, and also beating up Pullard at the room. But that's
okay.
But Al Snow, let's not forget, Al Snow went crazy in WWE. Lincoln Kennedy, Cassidy, whatever the fuck his name was, with the ECW, started talking to a mannequin head, and look what happened when he came back to WWE. What do everybody want?
Head.
Black. Yeah, that's a wrong fucking sentence to have for people in high school.
I'll let you know what it is, but if you don't know what it is,
I was in high school. No, I was out of high school, but I was still going to school, and that's the wrong thing to say. I don't care what kind of school, college or high school, to say what do everybody want, and someone's going to come out, hey, wait, what? What? Yes, what do everybody need? Hey, wait, whoa, hey, what? It'd be some bird out there. What the hell y'all talking about? It's wrestling. Calm down. Stay in your lane. But Al Snow was a good hardcore wrestler.
Oh yeah, he was. He really was.
Entertaining. I'm gonna say entertaining. You know what he could be? He could be. You could say the Attitude Era version of Yano. Besides what we talked about earlier, but
yeah,
This guy brought a bowling ball. He brought a bowling ball bag during the match. Puts the damn bowling ball shirt on. Get the ball, go to the corner, and roll it to your balls. That's entertaining.
Yeah, that was entertaining on itself. Hardcore. Hardcore. I don't know. He bring a lot of weapon. I never forget he brought the moose head as a weapon. Here he had head become a hardcore champion at one point.
Oh my god!
I mean,
he had a hardcore match with him and Head versus Jerry Lawler and Too Much.
yes,
and they pinned Head
with a head and shoulder.
Right, with Head and Shoulders. put the shit on top of Head and Shoulders and pin.
That was the funniest joke.
We're not making this up. I promise you, I'm not making this up.
It's on Peacock. Go check it out.
Peacock. Trust me, just type it in. All right. I mean, we could I would put some former hardcore champions in it, but they're not legends, like hardcore legends. They had their moments. Like Road Dogg had his moment.
I would throw it Big Show and Kane and maybe Steve Blackman.
I put Steve Blackman. I'm not putting Kane and Big Show because one Kane. I'm not even putting Undertaker in that. Because Kane was hardcore champion for one day.
Okay.
Big Show. I mean, you're Big Show. Just you walking should be hardcore. Like, if I see Big Show on the same, if I didn't know Big Show was a wrestler, and I see him walking down the street, I'm crossing the street. Because if I bump him by mistake, he's gonna fuck me up. That's how I'm gonna think. So he's a walking hardcore match. Put it like that. I would not put him as a hardcore legend. Now, Steve Blackman,
yeah,
I will put there because he made another aspect of hardcore wrestling. He brought his karate weapons to play, and he got some moments. Like, of course, the Shane McMahon falling off the Titantron. Come on. So, I mean, that's a definite. But we got more. We're not just going to name ECW. I mean, we can name some WCW guys. Like I said, Finn Finley, to me, before it was a hardcore title day, he was hardcore, pretty much. Period. Like that's just fact. He's Finn Finley, damn it.
Yeah, Finn Finley. Shit, he was hardcore. All the matches he put up, even with his hands, or shows his style is technical. Is hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if we're talking about hardcore legends, the legendary match in WCW was we're doing part of stipulation of next week episode. Is the Junkyard Battle Royal Invocation?
God. Was it Regal in that match?
Yeah, Regal, Nasty Boys.
Oh my God, that match was ridiculous. That match was ridiculous. Now you know what? Okay, yeah, we're going to say this for next week because I gotta say WCW might get shunned upon when it comes to hardcore matches, but they came with some funny ass stipulations. Julie on the fucking forklift is still like my number one funny. You put your moms in that situation, bro.
For the right story, yeah. I mean, okay, you know what? We're gonna save it for next week episode.
Yeah, we're gonna save it for next week. But, hardcore. I'm gonna say this for a fact. I never put Taz as a hardcore wrestler. Yes, he was in ECW, and he's a former hardcore champion, but I think Taz is never a hardcore wrestler. Taz to me was like an MMA fighter. He's the guy that introduced tapping out in wrestling. Like everybody had to scream "I quit" or something.
If you put him in the FTW rules, in some degree he is, in some degree, because when he slapped the Taz with a barbed wire on Tajiri on Heat Wave 98 or 99, 99.
Well, I'm not saying he can't go if you put him in hardcore situations. I remember he was in a triple threat match for the ECW title. He defended against the Dudley Boys. Those motherfuckers put him through tables, and he was putting them through tables and shit. So I mean, not saying he can't be. I just would never put him as a hardcore wrestler because all his matches was in hardcore. Even ECW, some of it was not even fucking wrestling match. It was like quick,
Oh yeah.
Tash is not working about an hour. He'll fuck you up real quick so he can go back in the back. But that's my thing. Now, if I go, another thing, I will not put Shane Douglas as a hardcore wrestler. Even though he was the franchise at ECW and all that stuff, but Shane Douglas came from the old school. He was taught by Magnum TA. He's supposed to have been the next one because they both used the belly suplex and stuff.
Oh yeah, his finish was
yeah,
classic.
Even though he went to XPW, I still not putting him as a hardcore wrestler. Hardcore heaven. Oh, not hardcore heaven. What is it? What's the organization? House of Hardcore.
House of
Him
Hardcore.
and Tommy is in charge of. I still not putting him as a hardcore wrestler. Yes,
that can be debatable.
It can be. I just say I wouldn't put him as hardcore.
I'll put him in because he broke necks. He got he got the hottest women by his side. His promo.
Oh God. Okay. I won't put him as a hardcore wrestler, but hardcore moments, yes, I'm definitely gonna put him in hardcore moments. That motherfucker with that Halo. When he grabbed my Halo and did this, I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. That's
Like, give me your neck. Give me your neck.
Like, you talking shit to me with a Halo? What the fuck was you thinking? Oh, I never saw Philly go off and they want to whoop his ass. Oh God.
That was hard.
It's a great debate to say he's a hardcore wrestler because he's been in those type of matches. But hardcore moments, I'm definitely giving him that. I'm definitely giving him those hardcore moments. I'm trying to think of some other people. I mean, we could go. If I go to Japan, that's easy. That's real easy.
The whole entire roster of FMW, the whole entire roster of Big Japan Wrestling.
Exactly. Like that's easy. Hell, we got some members in DDT. My man that faced Kino. With the that motherfucker is hardcore. He whooped his ass with a cross.
Yeah,
he whooped his ass with a cross. Like I mean, like in Japan it's easy because like I said, like in New Japan, if anything that happens outside the ring can happen. Like I mean, Suzuki will whoop your ass and walk away and wait till you crawl back to the ring. Like he'll fuck you up with the steer ramp and body slam the steer ramp on you, and that's not disqualification. Don't you bring that shit in the ring though? You bring that shit in the ring, that's disqualification. Like it's hard. But
bring a doghouse.
Yeah, if I go in Impact, PCO, even though he started at Ring of Honor, PCO is hardcore.
Yes, he is, and I give that man all the credit in the world. He's been not going to do it. I give that man all the credit in the world.
He started in WWE.
Yeah, I know, but if he go back, that would be the most ass backward shit ever. PCO, I enjoy his work, entertaining and hardcore as fuck. He is a real life Frankensteiner.
I'm telling you, man. How he like 52, 53, and still trying to do somersaults on the hardest part of the ring and all that. Again, let's cute and get shocked on the nipples and all that shit. I'm like, what type of shit am I looking at? And Sammy Callahan.
Oh shit.
The most disgusting motherfucker in the wrestling business, but hardcore. I mean, hell, put him and Mox back together. That is sick.
They did before.
They did come back to face the Wolves, and that was not a hardcore match. But if you put them in a hardcore match, it's Sammy for me to put Sammy in hardcore legend status. I know it's very debatable right now because one, he's not done, but one, you gotta remember his work before what y'all know now, before y'all know him as the Deal or the Death Rider or the Death Machine. Before then, he had some hardcore matches with the likes of Adam Cole. So I forgot my man for CZW, the black dude, but they had some hardcore matches. Was it Blackout?
Could be Blackout.
Mini Afro.
Oh no, that's
Oh shit!
Ruckus.
I think it was Ruckus. Yeah, that's why like I will put him legend just because one thing and one thing only. I don't think no one ever hit somebody with a baseball bat straight in the eye. He
Yeah.
did, and did not give a fuck.
Shit. Oh, we gotta throw in James Storms. I will put him up there.
Hardcore.
He been in the steel cage, ballroom brawl. The last street fight match he ever had was him against Bobby Roode. Powerful Boy 2000 and I want to say 12 or 13.
Would you go? You will put him as hardcore wrestler, or just, or we could save him for one stipulation guy. He's good at stipulation matches. You see, it's kind of hard because it's like some guys we can talk about that that could do hardcore wrestling all the time.
All the time. Okay,
Okay.
stipulation.
I can say James Storm for stipulation, but that's another one. If you put him in a hardcore situation, he would go all out. Now I named him once, but now if I would go hardcore legend when it comes to Impact, I definitely go with Abyss.
Oh yeah,
That's
through and through.
That's as easy as it comes in a TNA Impact history. Is Abyss. I already said Sabu because pretty much anytime. But let's not forget to mention this. I know this is gonna make you laugh, but Dustin Rhodes was in fact mostly as a hardcore guy.
He has
Black Rain, right? I think that's the name.
Yeah, with that wig and a
that
get up
fucking rat. Yeah, he had a pet rat. Yeah, those were
yeah,
the days,
God.
yeah, those were the days Dustin was on some heavy drugs. But yeah,
much better than him with Luna.
Hey, I mean, whew, Lord, let's not talk about that.
Formerly known as Goddess.
We said that's well, we know him as Mil Mortis now, but George Macias.
Yes, he was hardcore
in Mexico. He's hardcore. I mean, now he's Mil Mortis because he gained a gut, but he's still powerful, and
that's a muscle gut.
That's a keg. That's not even sick. That's just a keg he got there. I don't know. We could name more. We probably forgot some, but
just incredible. Steve Corino, came out from MOW Underground. They're not legend, but they're more notable hardcore guys. But hardcore,
I want to say the Extreme Horsemen.
Yeah, that's up in the hardcore legend status.
Yeah, Steve Corino. Shout out to Steve Corino. But I'm going to name somebody I didn't name. I don't think we named him.
Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, right. Yeah, Kevin Sullivan. Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan. That motherfucker, he birthed the word. He embraced the word hardcore to me. That little motherfucker crazy. You see what he did to Luna? He smacked the shit out of Luna.
Wow.
Shut up, bitch. That bitch came back, shaved her head in the side and said, he smacked you that hard, you shaved the side of your head. I mean, god damn. God
and
damn.
We can't forget about him.
Oh God, no. I don't really want to bring him up. But that's if I do bring him up, I gotta bring up Nick Gage. Definitely don't want to bring him up.
Nick Gage and Messiah. Them two,
Listen, Nick Gage only hardcore allegedly in one reason or only. And it's not even wrestling. This motherfucker robbed the bank with no mask on. Like, motherfuckers don't know who you are in your hometown. That's hardcore.
You know how weird that would be? Like, is that you, Nick Gage? Get the fuck out of my way. Walk away with money.
Right. How's your mother? She's fine. Can you please put the money in the bank so I can leave? Yeah, tell her I said we missed her in church. Put the goddamn money in the damn bag, please. I gotta go.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm watching the main event.
Oh God, you are. Listen, he's doing two things at once.
I can multitask, but
that's how we do.
yes.
Yeah, it's almost 8:00, bro.
Oh shit. Well, anyway, since we talk about all the stuff we did talk about hardcore, talk about everything else. Next week we're going to talk about, of course, finale of the episode, the third part of the Road to Extreme Rules stipulation. Now we're gonna name one promotion who is the king of all stipulation, which we would name that maybe later on next week's episode. But stipulation, the history of stipulation, promotions, even the top great matches of the stipulations, and the evolution of the concept, the whole 9 yards, from the war game, the elimination chamber, the barbed wire, the damn the funhouse match, the
like if it don't say 1-on-1 match and got some type of name or title, it's a stipulation match. And there's stipulation matches that go across all wrestling, and then you got those stipulation matches that is just for a certain organization, and then you got those stipulations that is made in one company, but you play around with it in your company. Like, I'm not gonna say it right now. I got it in my head, but I'm gonna say it for next week because it's a lot of those around. We talk about it a lot, but we're gonna talk about it more next week. Because that's another thing about wrestling. You take somebody else's idea and you put your own seasoning in it and see how it goes. So see, that's a stipulation is right. Just taking somebody else's idea and just like, well, that's their shit, but that's like a McDonald's and McDowell situation. You know what I mean? They got the big back. We got the big meat.
Yeah, they got the going arch. We got the going arch.
We got they got sesame seed buns. We got buns with no sesame seeds. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Whatever. So I mean that's cool. We definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoy the show. I hope who watch on Facebook, share, comment, like. And people watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe. Yes. I'm your boy, Heel. Yes, of course. And my partner, Antonio. Yes. And our boy Reese. And hopefully we get that shirt out very soon.
Oh yeah, I tell you, if I gotta send y'all the damn design, y'all get it done. Y'all do it because this is not the way I wanted it, but I had to have it on this episode.
Yeah,
so real quick.
Yeah,
but
yeah, and then he busted open nose. But yes, and next week the third finale of Road to Extreme Rules is stipulation. I hope everybody come through to see it. After that, we gotta talk about all the wrestling world from New Japan, AEW, WWE. We'll see the damn White Rabbit. WWE, and of course DDT Pro Wrestling as well, and New Japan and Impact. We talk about all the promotion.
Talk about wrestling.
Yes, just wrestling, not just shut out everything and stick to two damn brand like a damn stupid kid. But anyway, we're gonna talk about all the wrestling. So until then, always embrace the thirst.
Or feel it.
And yes, feel the thirst as well.
All right, brother.
All right. Peace.
Peace.